Welcome to episode 21 of The Lincolns. It is morning time once again, and we remember on the previous episode a very important thing happened, which was, of course, the engagement of Sue and her longtime girlfriend Edith. And yes, today is the day that they shall be married, right here at the Lincoln house. So, Mike is also getting up, as he has done for many days by now. And he's going to make breakfast, because there's no better way to start off the day. He's not that hungry, as you can see by his pretty full hunger meter, but Sue certainly is still kind of hungry, so he decides to be a nice guy and make pancakes for everyone. Besides, Sue probably has a lot on her mind, planning the wedding and everything. So, they sit down to eat, ignoring whoever that is on the phone, talking about the plans for the day. Yes, it's certainly going to be an exciting day, and they're going to invite as many people as they can. And yes, Mike is talking about his grandchildren and things that are important to him. He's probably wondering if Sue will bring him any grandchildren, adopted or otherwise. But anyway, it's time to call guests for the party. And as you can see, Edith is already arriving to help set everything up. And soon, more and more guests will be coming in. As you can see, here comes Lucy. And, skip forward a little bit, we see Amanda is there too. We saw her for just a moment. I promise she's there. And also, oh look, there's Bruce. Well, this could be awkward, but you have to remember that Bruce is also Sue's friend. So, the two pregnant twins are talking to each other. You can obviously tell Lucy is a lot further along in her pregnancy than Amanda, but they're both about ready to burst. Yes. And if you don't remember, that character in the glasses sitting on the pink or the purple chair is me. Is Bone Canoe 86, which is me. And you can, now that you've seen my real face, or at least you have if you've seen my latest video, you can see how much does he look like me. I'm kind of curious. But anyway, yeah, Sue and Edith are very much interested in each other, and Mike is helping to entertain the guests, already dressed up in his suit. You can see other guests that have arrived, including James, Sue's niece, the son of Lucy. Very happy to be here to see his aunt's wedding. He's never been to a wedding before. He's very happy to be to this one. Well, it's time for things to get started, so we've put a wedding arch out in the yard, and actually I believe this is the first wedding that's ever taken place in the Lincoln house, and it's only the second that has ever been shown after the Lucy and Puck wedding, back quite a while ago now. But yes, it's customary in Simsland for people to change into their suits right in front of the thing, but here it comes. Yes, and with that, Sue and Edith are wed, and Edith has joined the household. And she's very happy to be here. As you can see, they're both thinking about money. Edith, of course, is thinking about the fact that Sue has a lot of money. And look, there they are, talking and chatting. Pretty soon it will be time to get on to the next phase of this celebration and have some wedding cake. Yes, cake is a very important part of any wedding, and no, the cake is not a lie. It is right there. So it's time for them to enjoy this wonderful moment. I wish I had some cake here in real life, but alas, I'm just going to have to go with sim cake for now. And smash, there she goes. Now the cake has been cut. It's time for everyone to come up and get their slice. Yep, and here comes Bruce. He's probably very happy to see his friend Sue get married. Probably a little less happy to see Amanda there. I mean, he sees enough of her at home. Things aren't going too well between the two of them, as you know. And everyone else joining the party, having some food. Hey, you're not in a suit. What are you doing here? Oh, well. Well, Mike and Edith are bonding, which is a very good idea. Yes, Mike is very happy that Sue has found love, and even though it's not quite the same that he found, or either of his two daughters found, it's still love, and he's still happy for his daughter. Well, anyway, the limo is here to take the two of them on their honeymoon. Not sure where they're going, but there they go. And wait a minute, Amanda, why are you walking naked across the grass? That's not very nice. Lucy, you too? Ah, whatever. Anyway, now all alone, Mike is enjoying some of the wedding cake that was left over, because Mike knows there's nothing quite like a good cake. And we skip forward to them arriving from their honeymoon. Apparently it was only a few-hour honeymoon, but that's okay. Yes, they are very happy to be joined together. I'm not sure if I was, if I could pick their clothing options for the wedding. I would have had them both in dresses. I don't think that's usually what happens in, you know, same-sex lesbian weddings, but oh well, it's okay. But yes, as you can see, they obviously enjoy each other's company, and they're very happy to be starting a life together. Well, it's time for them to change out of these dresses, because they've been in them for quite a while now. And believe it or not, they're going to do things that will help them in their normal lives. For example, Sue realizes she needs a charisma point to get ahead at work, so she's going to start working at her charisma skill now. Yes, now. Already. Yeah, she certainly doesn't waste any time. In the meantime, Edith needs a job because right now she's unemployed. Now, if you haven't noticed, Edith is a knowledge aspiration, much like Laura was. And Edith wants a job, very specifically, in the medical career. She wants to be a doctor. She thinks it's right up her alley with her talents and her interest. So she's going to look through the job openings to see if there is one today. Besides, one of my goals, I don't want any two adult Sims to have the same career until we've had them all, so she can't take a career that someone else has already taken. But alas, it looks like it's not in the cards for her today. So Edith, you'll just have to look tomorrow, and maybe you'll find the job of your dreams tomorrow. Anyway, Sue, already pretty far into her business career, despite the fact that she's just reached adulthood, is studying charisma. But of course, you can't study for too long when you're still highly infatuated with your new spouse. So now they're enjoying each other's company even more. And pretty soon you must know where this leads. Yep, it's time for them to go into Sue's bedroom. Now their bedroom, I suppose. We'll have a remodel at some point in the future, but when exactly that will be will remain to be seen. Alright. And yes, they definitely are very happy. They're going to be starting quite a successful life together. We already know it. It always helps when they're very into each other like this. And ladies and gentlemen, I bring you another milestone, Sue's first woohoo animation. So enjoy. Yes, strictly speaking, it wasn't actually her first woohoo. The first one was at the dressing room in the store. But this was the first one with an animation, and I don't know, sometimes the animation is kind of a milestone in itself. Just waiting for one of them to make a comment, because often they'll comment on, you know, how it went. It's kind of funny. But Edith just wants to walk over and make a joke. Meanwhile, Mike's still in his suit. He looks pretty dignified in that suit, I think. Very, very cool. Well, he's got the shakes from all that espresso he's been drinking for whatever reason, but he's so, you know, he's so much of a guy that he can drink all that espresso and go immediately to bed and it doesn't affect him. He's just that macho, I guess. But anyway, it's time for Sue and Edith to go to bed after getting points. Sue with her charisma point and Edith with her logic point. Yes, I see a very illustrious career. Well, soon Edith will be joining, and they will be sleeping through the night for the first time together in the bedroom. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. I very much hope you enjoyed it. Join us later, in which we will continue. So, see everybody next time.